Welcome back, everyone. Penta Sports versus Epsilon, continuing here in CEVO-G Affinity Season 9 Pro League. We're going over to Map 2, Combo. Epsilon were just unstoppable over on Dust 2, crushing it, winning 16-4. Penta had no chance. Looked like a completely different team than we saw yesterday when Penta upset Flipside. I'm Helium, and hopefully I'm joined by Launders.
Hey.
Alright, good. Wasn't sure if you're here or not.
Yeah, someone's drilling a hole in my ceiling, so try not to talk when that's happening. But...
Like from in your room, or is it someone from up top?
I guess that would be into the floor above my ceiling.
Yeah. Maybe they're trying to stream snipe.
That was a nice shot from Rez. And that just sets him up for B. Wow, Freddy gets his pick at A as well. And that's just bonus. That's just bonus kills.
Bonus. Oh my gosh! Wow, gonna get caught as well. Passing out of it. Rez with 3K. Mike S. will find Zelos, who is just lurking, looking to find a little bit of information. I mean, at that point, 5-on-1, you can pretty much do anything you want. Maybe be a little careful from here just to make sure nothing gets too hairy.
Yeah, that was really good. I mean, Rez got his kill at drop on the boost, and then they faked a long B hit, I think with the Olaf smoke, and then they just split connector.
That noise, dude. Oh, poor Launders. That sucks. Rez with the 3K, actually 4K on that round. I think Freddy B had a 4K on the first round of the Dust 2 pistol as well. So big individual performances today on some of these pistol rounds. Penta is going to... yeah, it did actually sound like that. Sounds like the tripods for more of the worlds, says our producer.
The worst part is, he doesn't even sound like he's doing a good job.
Yeah, what is going on, man? 4 HEs and a smoke, and none of them have been thrown yet. It's just a reactionary nade stack over in B. You know, the best strat back in the day on Dust was to just pull a nade and just run into the tunnels, and then they'd kill you, but like your nade would still get them. Didn't really work, but obviously.
When do strats ever work?
No, it's not the point of the strat, right?
True.
To have fun.
Good one.
Work together, you know? It's the beauty of teamwork, whether it works or not.
This is quite the anti-eco. They've lurked up into A, into connector.
Yeah, they're everywhere. Look at this mini-map.
Oh, do it.
That's a easy $2,100 for Zelos. Call it 27 hundo. $6,000 going into round 3.
That's an auto.
Fully loaded. Fully loaded.
Yeah, that will be really good for them. I mean, that's like 1,500 by itself is so good.
It's also not that loud, by the way. You can like talk when it happens. Pretty funny noise. Someone in Twitch chat said, "Launders at the dentist?" Question mark. Get those cavities filled. Too many sweets. Little flash over. It's gonna go a bit deep. Kraken hit that shot? Didn't even see that person. There's no way.
I need to clip that noise you just made.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it was. It's me getting the wind knocked out of me. Mike S and Lau. Left to their own devices, try to get something done here. Take away a gun, perhaps. I imagine the SMGs will just go ahead and hunt them down. So a quick 3-0 for Epsilon. And no one will survive. No chicken will survive.
Oh, we're gonna have first full buy. Mike is gonna get pick up the op. The man who opts for Penta when Crystal doesn't.
Mike S is definitely the primary, but Crystal certainly was their upper before. Lau was also an upper.
That's where he was, wasn't he? I actually was wondering about that.
He's got a lot of uppers. Alright, Taps and Will went out. There it is. That's got to feel good. Winning that first battle, that individual battle on the first rifle to go a man up after getting wrecked on map 1. Losing the first 3 rounds here on Cobble. Mike S wins his battle as well. Shot will not be baited.
Dallas actually didn't drop the ump, so their Epsilon are just like, maybe we win this round, maybe we don't. But no matter, we'll still be able to buy in spite of our loss. And now they have 3 people alive though, so Penta have a clean round overall. Epsilon will probably regret not spending that extra money. Absent, find the kill over the smoke.
I mean, maybe they won't, right? Like, one guy had an ump, sure, but everyone has lost a battle on this round.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's looking really clean so far. Rez down to 34 HP. Any kill he gets is probably going to be really good, but no, Penta, clean round. Now everyone saves 3k, and then that is stacked onto their win bonus. Or that was their win bonus, I suppose, so...
Yeah.
That's just going to be nice for them when they go into next round. They're going to be rebuy nades, which is all they need to do. Most likely keep the same amount of kits, have a round on the board, and are very, very close now to getting Epsilon to save, so will possibly negate the effects of the pistol round on a map where you need a lot of T rounds.
Yeah, exactly. And Tassin... Oh, I thought he was actually going to throw it through the window, like that, the pop flash that exists for the Paris that goes through that window, but he just throws it out long A. No one's even there. A couple people are waiting very, very patient. That's Draken and Freddy B out there in T middle, and now it'll just be Draken holding it with the op. As Epsilon are going to go to work there within the museum, as I like to call it. I think I got that from Blatva, but it's a good name for it. I don't know what you call it.
I call it museum.
Yeah. Alright, so it looks like the smokes are about to come out. See where they're all gonna go. Got one on rectangle, and it's a wall across the site. But Mike S and Lau are behind the smoke, and actually the rectangle smoke missed. It's up top on tree, so Tapson gets a kill onto Freddy B for free.
I think that's the equivalent of missing a mid to B smoke on Dust 2.
Yeah, pretty much.
And for those who don't understand, it's like missing like the easiest smoke that you could throw on the map.
You can just like underhand jump, throw that smoke over the wall, and have it land in the correct spot.
You could almost literally sit in your chair backwards and not miss that smoke. That's such a big margin for error.
Tell me JDM wouldn't miss that smoke.
We lounging.
But look at Epsilon. What is happening? You had a 2v4 or possibly even 2v5. Time's running out. I guess they were just going for the chase, and I wasn't paying attention. But still,
no, I think it.
Somewhat
I mean,
costly.
they were treating. I mean, they could have. That could have been a round in danger if it was like an extra 5 seconds left. I don't think it was. I think it was just like you said. Like that was just a little bit too risky from Penta, giving up all those kills. Epsilon keeping those 2 alive is really nice for them. They might have all, yeah, maybe Penta assumed that they were about to save and that they could be a little bit risky or peek and get some information, but Epsilon getting those kills is big this early on. Penta, though, with a much better buy at the point. Disco Doppelin only has a 9, and Tapson going to be spawning drop as 3 players are pushed up, and most likely just going to default looking for a kill.
you say only a Tech 9, but if Doppelin flies out drop, I mean that's one position where you maybe even want the Tech 9 more.
Yeah, most certainly. Whoa, Mike actually misses that kill. I think, hits him through the wall.
He did tag him, yeah.
Yeah.
Through something. Oh, perfectly timed Molotov. Gonna land right onto the feet of Draken. Freddy B also there, and both push back from going into the mid room. Rez thinking about dropping. It will be heard, though. Mike S thinks he sees something and does. That smoke starts to dissipate. That will be the end of Zelos' first casualty of the round. Epsilon trying to find something here. Went to a quick 3-0, but it's Penta that are fighting back with 3 of their own. And this is Penta's map pick, for those of you just joining us. I guess we'll find another one. The Epsilon who went for Dust 2 and dominated 16-4 in map 1.
Surprisingly, right?
Yeah, very surprisingly. I mean, it's not a bad map for Penta, so...
Penta able to play flowers once again. Will they get punished for it? No. All finds is a kill on the offer. He did give away his position with a few rifle shots, and Mike S finds another kill at drop, doing an excellent job at the B site with his op. And he's got another multi-kill here. Penta have another 5 alive round, unbelievable, versus the rifle. And Epsilon are losing in their default drastically, not finding a single trade. I mean, the only time they ever got kills was on that round where Penta got 3 kills with 5 alive, and then Epsilon managed to get 3 kills at the end of the round with no time to win it. Epsilon, I think, are getting way too aggressive in their default, and Epsilon and Penta actually have really good counter nades versus the executes that are coming out. Epsilon don't have an answer for it. And maybe are trying to consider walkouts, but even when they try that, are just getting destroyed. So might have to commit through flashes, or just be a little bit more aggressive together, because right now they're dying one at a time.
Oh, this is a commercial for the A4 right here. Tassin able to get 3 kills. Footsteps on both sides to have maybe found the 4th, but Crystal will go forward and get them both over at long A, clean it up. That B setup, though, we have seen Lau play on the... I don't even know what you want to call it, like the back of... Not where the wall is broken, but the long B platform wall, the tall part. He's played back in that corner a couple times. I wonder if Epsilon, you know, can work themselves out on platform a little bit, or throw the Molotov there, expecting Lau to maybe play it again, get a kill for free.
Yeah, I mean, they could do wall smokes again if they just actually had a path smoke. You know, maybe they came out long B and saw this path smoke mist, and they were just like, okay, you know, what's going on? Like, what do we even do now? Is this even a viable strategy to just, like, bust out without the most important smoke not there? So, that might just have put them off kill a little bit. Whoa, the run boost on the plat?
Yo.
That was tight.
Let's
go. That
go.
was so offhand. And,
that flash, however, from Epsilon to shut it down. Mike can't get the kill, and Epsilon just opening up A site completely. A nade over. Do a little bit of damage to Zealous and Freddy B, but it's Tassin and Crystal have to put the tails between their legs and run off.
That was so cool. And Penta, known for their run boost, like,
yeah.
they've done so many. But,
I have seen that one before.
Yeah, that was just, it seemed pretty offhand, didn't it? Like, they just,
like, yo, give me on that platform.
Was like, I'm gonna start running. That was tight. Literally using the 3 stairs as the height that they needed so that Crystal didn't have to crouch. So they didn't even have to get him to crouch first, jump on his head, and then jump again.
Yeah, it was cool.
Started off running.
I saw yesterday, actually, Penta on Mirage, instead of taking a timeout, they just took, like, the Swedish Eco on the T side. They just sat and talked about it, but as they were doing it, they were, like, all in each other's heads, like, running around Pubmaster style. It was pretty funny.
Cool. Epsilon went around there, contact rushing B, and I think they're relying really heavily on their entries. I actually worry about them moving forward. If Penta just simply get their first op kill, like, that was a good flash on Mike S to kill him. If Mike S got that kill, I feel like Epsilon just fall apart all of a sudden. And maybe we'll see, based on this round, because it's going to be their second opportunity to win in a row, and they're going to probably want to do something similar, which I think Epsilon or Penta are aware of, but it's possible to really tell. It's not uncommon to play 4B no matter what, so... Hugely important round for Epsilon to determine whether or not they have a sustainable way of winning with a long B hit, when most of the time it's filled.
The new meta of Cobblestone B holds. 4 in Chicken Coop. That's the new meta.
Well, the spacing was so bad on that hit.
Yeah, it was. Lau from atop on the tree, bringing them both down. Mike S has not even been sniffed out either. We're going to bounce Molotov off the castle wall, and they have been playing there, so they do check it. They check it in 2s, but Mike S still comes away with one of those kills. Draken last up with that up shot ringing out. It misses, and then they're everywhere. They're swarming him. They'll double peeking him. Draken is down, and Penta have found another round.
Yeah, and Epsilon, once again, they don't find that opening kill, and then they fall apart in their hit. And they're trying to go out on a pop flash. One person jumps out a broken wall, and there's no one close enough to trade a kill. to the point that Lowell is able to shoot, kill one person, let his recoil reset, and then kill another person. That's how you know your spacing is awful on T-side. Especially on a map where you can get all the way up to the bomb site together and just explode all at once and you still don't do it. Like, there's no reason for them to not be close to each other in that situation. And Penta are just playing the same spots over and over again. They play tree no matter what. They played flowers like 3 times in a row. So,
Ooh,
I mean,
that's a good call out.
You can molly tree and molly flowers, and it's like you're gonna get a kill every single time. But they haven't done it, so why not boost over and over again?
Yeah, I was even calling for the Molotov to flowers earlier. They've played someone there on the majority of the rounds over here at B. And now we've seen Tree the last couple. A small investment of $800 to clear both spots for free. Maybe they could get a small loan of $1 million by Molotovs for life here for Epsilon.
Build a wall for them to exit long B.
Yeah, get that smoke wall. Keep out the Germans. As we've got Tassin and Mike S. Mike S hitting a shot over at A. The rotation's coming in now. Man, they were all bunched up and ready to explode, but it is not working out. They are getting ripped apart. And Draken gets onto the site. I mean, 1v3, you might as well just take the money. And they don't actually pressure him too much, so there is a chance that maybe he can do this. That nade's going to hurt. That doesn't help the chances. Very, very low, and Lau will just get it done all himself.
Reliant on getting that first kill in heaven, obviously. Taking that duel initially, and then you have kind of just your left and your right to worry about, and hopefully no one else comes heaven as the first one default, but ultimately, you know, Penta just letting that bomb go down, trust themselves to retake in a 3v1 is a perfectly legitimate strategy. Epsilon have now no money, and they just don't have much to go off of. They have one round where they're able to get their opening kill at B and just rush it, and they're just relying so heavily on their aim right now. It's not very nice to watch, honestly. Penta, though, very coordinated on CT side, but they have holes in their game that are just clear, like where they're playing similar spots, and I think that's the main exploit that Epsilon need to focus on. You know, you should never get shot in the back like 2 rounds in a row from flowers if someone's gonna play it. There's no reason not to clear it.
Someone in chat said, make Cobble great again. That was good. Tapson will find 2 into drop, not letting them out as Epsilon trying to explode through all the entrances of B on their eco round, but it does not work out. I don't know if these 2 are supposed to be part of the slower attack. If there was the kills came out of B, then they were just going to walk up and plant A, or if they just retreated out. I didn't quite pay attention to it.
They smoked left. Oh no, they didn't smoke left side drop. They just dropped down. So maybe they were just trying to follow frags. So, yeah.
Oh, it's supposed to be an A split through drop. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Now they're gonna be buying up. Dragon is whiffed a couple shots with the op. No way to put it lightly. He has straight up missed a few times, so we'll have to do his part as well if they're gonna keep on to this. Honestly, it seems like Epsilon like to move so quickly that an op will only slow them down, but it's not that this map you can't op people, so I wonder why they have 4 going A with a bomb stage up at B with the op. Doesn't seem very safe. They do get a kill here, so I guess Jack can just come back late, have a player escort him, or I mean, they have every time they get an entry, I guess they turn it into a round, so I wouldn't be surprised if they do that. But nice flashes.
Almost coming over with the kill. Epsilon looking much better here on this round. Doppler's gonna get through that smoke at the van. That'll find Crystal hiding out below the broken wall on A. Or telephone pole. Up to Lau and Tapson. Lau's been planted 2v5. I imagine they will try to hide out and save.
So far, it's been every time Epsilon get the opening kill, they turn it into a round, and it's just that Penta have been able to just get the opening kill. And the other notable thing is that once Penta get the opening kill, they get kills sequentially until the round is over, and Epsilon get almost no trades. So once Epsilon do find an opening, they are good at exploding. When they don't find an opening, though, they don't really have a plan B, and they don't really work well slowly. So a couple issues for Epsilon, and it depends really how good their CT side is, because it doesn't seem like they have a really good way of winning T side unless they start adapting. You'd have to see them change up how they're playing.
Oh,
at least get the communication back on point.
Those bullets went into the boulder. The hitboxes on those boulders are strange, especially if they're the same ones that are used on overpass.
They have weird, bigger hitboxes.
Yeah, like the invisible.
Right.
I don't know, man. Who knows? Double ops coming out, or maybe have been out here for Tassin. Mike S. One over on Draken. Heard his name a couple times, missing some shots. Was good on Dust 2, but so is everybody on Epsilon. Struggling a little bit more here on Cobble, but taking that round, so they will keep it close. They got the pistol the first 3. And only, two rifle rounds in isolation. A chance here, though, in round 13 to string something together. For Epsilon or for Penta to get that hard reset and have an easy closeout of this first half. Draken shooting at elbows, but that elbow was not pointy enough. That was Tassin.
Not a supermodel elbow.
Epsilon waiting and drop. Hearing footsteps. Ooh, actually, you might have heard the drop. We'll flash into the room, and the auto director's going to go to platform. Not sure exactly what's happening over there. Drop allow, very blind. Molotov going to go forward, but that's not for the oh, it actually is. It does spread into the Enclave. Party B gets it. Tapson. Oh, they're just going to walk right by Tapson. Rez now jumping off the platform on the site. It's going to be Mike S to fall. Heard that op shot ring out, but it didn't connect onto anything. So we got a 3-on-3. HP more or less the same for both teams. Epsilon getting hung up there, a little blind. Rez just planting against the wall, not getting spammed down. Draken with the op, now posting up, hitting a shot. Gets one at Rock, headshot on the Tapson. Tapson working him around. He gets a headshot over the right side of the site. Tapson versus Rez. Rez is coming around rectangle, and Tapson, he was checking it initially, but he just gave it up, and Epsilon will take it. That's 2 in a row for them now. And where's Penta's money? It is present. Look at Lau, so much.
Yeah, it's just Mike needs a drop, so it's just perfect. They're nice and even now. They spent all that money, but we're approaching the end of the half, and Epsilon have secured a 6th round. In that round, it did come down to a 3v3, which is something we really haven't seen this entire half, where they went 2 for 2 on trades and then win the round in a clutch, off the back of Rez. Really nice round from Draken though. Those shots were insane. I mean, killing Mike S though was huge because Mike was posted on him and still died. But what a beast of a shot that was. There was a reaction, but he missed, so, it's mostly on Mike not actually hitting that shot, but good on Draken for catching him off guard. And now Epsilon can look forward to a maximum of 8 rounds in this half. If they do win this round, they might have the opportunity to have, not a free round, but a freer round in the sense that Penta don't have that much money to buy.
Yes, maybe limited utility. And, oh, actually, that smoke's a little deeper than the terrorist himself was, so Doplin's out in front of that. Crystal going to take a spam through the smoke over there in mid, nearly connecting on a couple players. Look at Tassin. Tassin's very pushed out over at long A. He's got support for Crystal, and Mike S is actually coming back with his op. So both ops are over at A right now, trying to cover out that mid room. And if they go B right now, Epsilon would almost have it for free.
Looks like
I'll see if Crystal, is anyone going to push through it at some point?
Congregation is occurring, and Epsilon have done a good job of making presence at A, so Penta maybe don't feel like rotating too early, but here it is. The flash comes out.
Very good flash. Caught a couple of the stragglers, so they couldn't quite all go up together as 4. I thought Doplin was going to have them lined up, but Mike S stealing away that shot. Ooh, missing that one. Still moving, so the shot hit the wall to his left. Draken will take down Tassin, and oh, that bomb's not down in a good spot for Draken. He's gonna have to go out and hit some more ridiculous shots. The Tech 9 will get it done, and nearly turning to get Crystal. But Crystal will find it and gets out of this round. He's unscathed. The team, though, taking some hits, and the money actually dwindling, but we're in the last round of the half, so it won't really matter.
No, yeah. Very close one, though. 1v1, Penta irk it out, and now they have the opportunity to have a little bit more money for their buy. What's interesting here is that both teams are kind of hurting in their own way, and we won't be able to tell who that's going to favor until we see how Epsilon decide to play this round out. Are they going to be able to bait out the utility really quickly, or are they quite simply going to rush something? And or not Penta rush something. Epsilon will rush something with the low utility that they have themselves, and instead they get a kill at drop with the 9. They see Mike S boosting with the op. Surprisingly, The one boosting is the one with the
Ironically?
yeah. Freddy B gets his kill here, and he looks for another, gets another Tech 9 frag, and drop control has been taken. And Lau has been spotted on the rotate, so they know exactly where he's coming from. That's a huge advantage for Epsilon, who have 3 alive, even though 2 of their players are extremely hurt. Having an op doesn't hurt as well.
So all in all, I think it's nice shot by Rez. I think it's a pretty good recovery. I mean, obviously the half is a lot more dominant by Penta, but only coming away with 8 rounds because Epsilon did take that pistol in the subsequent 2 rounds. Then a big streak, 7 of 8 rounds going to Penta, but Epsilon kind of fight back there a bit at the end. And it could put them in a decent position.
I mean, what I'm thinking is that for Epsilon, they got a better half than they
Probably should have.
Probably should have. Best way to put it, I think. Penta, I'd say, like on the rounds that they won, looked so much more secure than Epsilon did, and Epsilon did pick it up towards the end. They won around, you know, in spite of the pattern that was haunting them of not being able to win unless they got that opening kill, and that was nice for them. But it's only resulted in a 7-round half. And when we look at Dust 2 and how dominant it was, how many T rounds they got on that map, we can see there's a stark difference, contrast between how well they played on T side on that map and this one. So moving into CT side, I expect like huge things from Epsilon. And you know, Penta played as well as they did on CT side as they do on T side, then that'll be great for them. But I think Epsilon maybe got too many rounds in that half, and that's actually really, really good for them.
Yeah, I would agree. I'd be, I don't know. I feel like I'm still worried for Penta just because of how well we saw Epsilon playing on Dust 2.
Yeah, exactly.
And if they get off to a good start, winning a pistol, can get that money and defend and just hit their shots, it could be difficult for Penta. But then also, it is Penta's map pick, so maybe we can see a little bit more better executes. Like we saw a botch execute from Epsilon on their T side, kind of showing it's maybe not the map they're the most comfortable on. Penta might be able to pull that off. Might be able to get in the heads of Epsilon and then say, all right, now we're throwing executes, now we're throwing fakes, we're juking you, we're in your head. But, of course, we're just going to have to let things play out as we wait for one more to ready up here. That's Rez. Actually, Rez and Zelos, the top fraggers in the server, each of them with 12 kills apiece. And the fragging, not as even here on Cobble. Doppelin down there at just 4 kills, 10 deaths. Whereas on Dust 2, everybody on Epsilon was neck and neck until the final moments. Not more than 3 kills separating them. And actually everyone pretty even on Penta. Not more than 3 kills separating them right now. It's Mike S with 11. Taps in with 8.
I think both operas have been relatively inconsistent in the first half. Mike S had some huge rounds, and then he had a round where he missed a couple of shots. Same thing with Draken, had a huge round that I can't remember, and then also rounds where he just straight up missed. So maybe op's not the most important point to focus on for both these teams coming into second half. Lau is actually going to get Draken, I think, as a free kill, or maybe, nope, does get him. That's 5v4 as Draken runs up long A.
And does find a kill, and actually he's got control of the bomb. Doplin's been going for another one. I highlighted only 4 kills in the half. Doplin finding 3. Oh my goodness! And another big individual play on a pistol round from the boys and Epsilon. Every single pistol round, Epsilon have got a 4K on.
That was sick.
Right? It was Freddy B on the first half of Dust 2. I think someone had a big round in the second half of Dust 2. And then in this game, it was Rez on the first half getting a 4K, maybe Freddy B, and then we've got Doplin getting a 4K here. And that's just the CT pistol round in a nutshell, right? You hit your first shot, and you become a god. I don't know what it is. Some weird psychological thing.
Oh man, that was some sick shooting. He was just holding his crosshair looked so tight in that situation. It was like he was aiming with metal. That like just like a metal bar that he's holding, and he's just whipping it to people and knocking heads off.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive. So exactly how Epsilon wanted to start out. Penta now left with the smoke, a couple flashes. I think they will try to work on a timed drop maneuver. Smoke will go down. That's going to go down on the reverse side of drop. They're going to try to clear it out. Actually, no, they're just going to fly out to the window. Rez is going to go down. Tapton hits him with a jump, but there's Doplin waiting, and it's always hard to get that third kill in with the A1S. He will peek out with the P250, Sand Dune, and MLG stickers, and it finds him another 4K. It is a costly round, though, for Epsilon. One that they should have. Tassin low with the P90 now. They're still opting to use that Deagle. Will Freddie B get caught here? Nah, he's playing a bit of an off angle, checking it, and there you go.
Another 4K from Doplin to bail out his teammate for dying there outside drop. Epsilon take a lead in this game. Or maintain a lead? No. Yeah, they did actually get more rounds in that half, didn't they?
Wait, what?
Yeah, they... Oh, no, they had 7 rounds.
No. It was 8-7 in favor of Penta, yeah.
They won some of the later ones. But yeah, so now have a round, or have a lead after winning the pistol, and the 2 anti-ecos to follow.
And I like that I say Doplin was bottom fragging at 4 kills, and then in two rounds, he's tied for top frag in the server now.
That's unreal.
Rezelos, Doplin, and Mike S. all at 12. Doplin spreading some out from the pack now, getting another 2. He's up to 14. Let's go, Doplin. You have taken the lead. And so has Epsilon.
Yeah, and Epsilon just suddenly looking very fortified here on the CT side. I wonder if they're going to upgrade. I don't think that P90 is worth upgrading. That is a very good gun.
Definitely not. It's Cobble.
Lots of spots on Cobble for you to use that. That's for sure.
Where will he go, though? Broken wall? Drop room? Charge long B? Kraken looking for some info. We'll take a bit from a nade. There is a player up top. And yeah, I don't think Draken's going to find this angle that he's looking for. Doplin also holding out at long, though.
Draken, will he be
there a flash
here?
Oh, tags him up.
Damage. I mean, that's huge. You just like... That player is pretty much useless this round.
Well, he still has some flashes. Maybe he can... Well, Mike S has 1 flash. Maybe he can help someone out. Flash him in. Doplin also did take a lot of damage. About the same, actually a little bit more. And Crystal just opening up the B site by himself. Taking out Preview. Taking down Rez. He spots Zelos at the rock incoming. Continues to spray down. Hits him up. Down to 1 HP. How is Zelos even still alive? I mean,
cheating. That's how.
Should yeah. According to Twitch chat, Zelos has HP hacks, which apparently is a thing.
3K for pistol now, or for
for pistol. That guy drilling holes in the floors drilled a hole in Launders' head as well.
Wasn't doing a good job.
It didn't sound like it.
Crystal is Olaf. Yeah, that's what I was. That's what we were thinking. As he came out long, I mean, that's the great thing about that smoke. And there's so much value in just throwing that smoke every round because you bait out so many resources from the CT. We're like, oh, it's a long B hit. Let's dump half our nades. It's worthwhile, even if they don't come out tasking well. A good kill.
Wasn't even aiming at that guy.
I mean, that round was all Crystal. Ultimately, you know, he got every player on B by himself. As 1 out long with a good lurk. So he's able to keep that up, and it's like not something that you... I mean, that is something that you can rely on for someone to be able to do that by themselves at long B. It's not uncommon. So, I mean, if he tries to do it again, very understandable. Epsilon aren't able to stop it. That's going to be their demise. But have Crystals already earned themselves a free round here as Epsilon don't have much money to buy.
Yeah, Zelos still keeping it real. I mean, he didn't upgrade in the last round with that P90, so he goes for the Mag 7, and I assume he's actually still got some of the most money on his team at 3,300. So there's potential to still be a threat, or to just pick up a couple $900 frags and support the rest of your team in round 21. But it's a good opportunity now for Penta to tie it up 10-10. Doplin holding that angle along with a Deagle. And man back on the site is Zelos. Floating around. I'm surprised. This is kind of a weird place to play with the Mag 7. I guess he wants him to jump up tree, but now that he's been spotted... Oh, Draken coming out with a drive-by. Straight up dink onto Tapson right away and a flash onto Lau. That'll send him running. And that's why that's awkward, right? He wants to close that distance. He wants to get close, kill out the shotgun, but Crystal still has the angle locked down with an AK at range, and the Meg 7 can't compete there.
Yeah, and if you don't go down the ramp, you have to deal with long, and it's just how you gonna get the long safely? So
Well, Doplin kind of had that. He actually pushed out of long, it looks like, and then was trying to come back into mid.
and then Zealous had to like jump into slope when he died. So not a spot you can hold all around long.
Yeah, it's super weird. Like, why not just post up on the site, like where we have Draken now, or maybe play in danger, or push out long and help support, or even go down close to the wall. Like, if he's close to the wall, taps and starts driving by, I think Velos could have pushed out and probably done a lot of damage with that Mag 7. But whatever. Epsilon, we're definitely not expecting to win that round, regardless.
Rez has a very low buy on his hands. I don't know if he's gonna be able to. Maybe Dolphin could drop him. Yeah, I guess he just gets dropped off on this. Everyone has full nades on Epsilon. Penta are in a good place themselves. Have a little bit of money to their name because of that insanely clean rifle round they had where Crystal got 3 kills. That's when, you know, we look at that round and see how it paid in dividends because it afforded them to go and get something alive there. What? That's a vac.
That's a back. That's just timing, though. I don't even know. I'm not even calling that
he
one
saw
a
the
back.
spam. He just spammed back.
Oh, yeah. Alright, Doppler causing a lot of damage. Lau very, very low. We've got a 3-on-3. They actually do have the site clear. They don't quite know this yet. I mean, they've killed 2 people today, so you kind of assume you've got it clear. So yeah, Tassin won't be checking anything. Incendiary rolling over, be like, hey, pick me, pick me. And he will. Have you noticed that, how nades, if they've had some like force imparted on them, they just like continuously move and there's no friction? It's
They're
great.
stronger than people too.
Lau gets a kill from this position, yeah. I've never seen anyone not get a kill from that position.
Yeah, it's actually so strong. And Freddy just gonna pick up this up and run with it. Tassin though, smells blood. Pushing through the door and looking for the frag. Freddy knows he has to defend now, can't just run, but can't get the kill. And goes down, so Penta coming with another round. They had very favorable trades coming up in A. If Zealous got one more kill there, where Doplin was able to do like 90 damage to one, Zealous tried that one and then got traded out himself. I mean, that's just good spacing from Penta, but if Zealous were able to get another kill, honestly, I believe Epsilon win that round, so I think there's a little bit of weight pulling that needs to be done, especially considering how well Doplin has been doing himself, but good trades from Penta, good spacing. Situation where their solid entries bailed them out.
Well, Penta back in the lead now, but a close one here on Penta's pick.
Jack off hackers. I don't think that means what he thinks it means.
Yeah, I don't know. I liked someone spamming cheaters versus cheaters. So if that's the case, like, isn't that fair? I don't understand it, dude. People are so salty.
That's pay to win. I know, it's crazy. There's so many cheats being called.
There's Lyle bringing down Rez. And actually really, so obviously you've heard of the Execute server. Have you got a chance to play it yet?
No, I haven't got the chance to play it.
Like, so generally I just plug your MM, so like I don't get like the best experience of Counter-Strike, like playing around smokes and actual executes. But when you actually are throwing all these smokes down at executes and Molotovs, like you know where people are gonna be. Like, it honestly does. I felt like I was cheating when I was playing on the execute server, because I'm just constantly popping people in the head through smoke, because I know either someone's trying to push it or someone's at this angle because that's the only place they can be. Like, it is really crazy like how much proper use of nades just funnels people into positions and you just know to expect it. Why you see some of these just ridiculous shots, or like shots through doors, shots through smokes.
Yeah, I mean, this stuff is it's just like you've played rounds out so many times. You like are shooting spots that you shoot that you would normally see, except you're shooting it through a smoke or a wall because of timing that's been ingrained in you after playing thousands of rounds over and over again on a map, and people can't get their heads around it. And it makes sense, right? Because
People
they
are
don't have
plebs.
the same experience, and they're also playing against like players they've played against before. They're playing against similarly structured opponents. Like everyone's playing a certain meta, so
You've
certain
also
timings is
scouted
just-
out your opponent, watched their demos, watched their tapes, like
To be
know their
honest,
tendencies.
I guarantee you, like a lot of times, I tell people if they're going to go clear an angle, you're clearing an angle because you know someone's going to be there. You have the inkling that someone might be there. Like take that shot because you know the angle. And a lot of people just don't listen to themselves. They don't like believe that they know the angle. But I guarantee you, anyone who has like 1,000 hours in this game or more, you know, if they come out a long A on Dust 2, they're always going to be aiming right at the corner. They've done that so many times. So people don't believe that they actually have that, down pat. So they play it way too safe. They don't trust themselves to clear angles just because they feel like they're going to be looking in the wrong spot every single time. But you know, the pros don't doubt themselves in that way.
Yeah, not at all. Oh, what? Draken. Been a little hit and miss with the op, touch and go, as we've mentioned. He misses that first shot, but he will eventually grab it onto Crystal. So Epsilon down by 2 rounds right now. Finding the first kill here is nice. That'll slow things down for Penta. Bomb still dropped over here in the stairs. Have a few people looking towards A, but now we'll slowly creep back over to B. Got 2 Molotovs, 3 smokes, and a couple flashes here for Penta. Doppling up on the boost over at A. And another heavy A presence for Epsilon.
Ooh.
3 people over here, but it's Draken that just keeps continuing to hit these shots.
Wow.
Honestly, like, he had done enough. He could kind of just get out of here, but he's going to keep on going. He will end up grabbing 4.
I mean, that's ideally how that goes when you have someone at box. Typically, it doesn't happen. Typically, Opera gets flashed or Opera gets 1 kill and then traded out. But when you have your op posted up at that box and you're opping down this long tunnel and there's no presence there, and then they come back to you late round, that's how the round should go at every single time. You hit that shot, you hit the next one, you just turn it into a sequence if you pick the right side of the box to peek at the right time. And Draken showed us how it's done on that round, just getting all those kills.
Box wall. Peek them 1 by 1, guys. It's the only way.
Yeah, I mean, you don't really have the option. He's allowed to peek you however he wants, right? Because of how far away he is. That's why it's so OP. It's like it's like K sharp on Dust 2 or like backbox on B plat on Dust 2. You know, that angle is supposed to give you multi kills because it's really hard for people not to peek you 1 at a time or you know.
I can't believe K Sharp introduced himself to you.
Yeah.
Like, what is that?
I played with him before. I scrimmed with him because he scrims with A5 and Honest 5, or he played on their team. But yeah, I was surprised too.
Launders is a legend. That's proof right there. So Penta, very A focused on this round. We've got Crystal as that B lurker. Maybe going to be the one to go through drop later on. Actually, he's at long B still. Rez is going to back off, watch the drop window as Penta continue to try to get something done. Loud jumping around, might have made some noise, could have been heard. Flash did come in from Epsilon. They look to tie it up here. Pop flash out, my guess. And that's actually just a flash to retreat, so being extra careful here. But also have to save that utility. Again, it's pretty much a similar situation as last round in terms of the utility they've got left at this point. A couple molly smokes and flashes. There's a molly to go in. Oh, player started to push that smoke. I saw a flash was out. Rez, I think he maybe meant to bounce that in a little further. Freddy B on the site finds Crystal. And he was out there with no support, right? Like people behind him, but not a single person went out after that. And now they're just going to have to do it together. 4v5. Tapton already getting out onto the site. Bombs to be planted. That's ridiculous. Not even a full wall of smoke to cover off everything. They just watch the opening on back site. Get in there, get the bomb down, don't put anyone forward, and automatically you have to have post plants. Tapson also is able to slide over to KFC. I don't think that's known at all. Yeah, Tapson gets 1 kill for free, but Zealous is there to clean it up after the fact. Mike S missing a shot. Finally hitting that one. And Penta go down a man early, but bounce back nicely.
Nice, yeah. Epsilon didn't maintain long B control that entire round, and Penta decided to go back to B at the perfect moment. I think Epsilon really assumed that they're going to go A over and over again, have played 3A for the last 2 rounds, and still managed to win off the back of Draken opping on long B, but because they didn't have him there that round, I think that cost them. I don't think it would have been a problem for Epsilon to play him at long B one more time or up on the flat, but you know it is succumb to nades, or will succumb to nades if the terrorists think that you're there. Let's like dump them through the smoke and make sure you don't stay there. So probably want to avoid that situation, but that means that Epsilon have to find a new way to play long B because Penta like it. Crystal just whips to the head of Rez, takes his face off.
Whips his hair back and forth.
Hmm?
What? I was going for the Willow Smith reference.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know.
Right,
It was that,
sure.
and then there's Baraka.
Launders' new favorite,
Commercial.
what do you even want to call that? Supplement, I guess?
Drug?
Yeah,
Drug?
Drug.
Energy supplement.
Baraka! Not sponsored by them, but it has gotten us through a couple lands.
True. Takes the cobwebs out your brain.
Yeah, it's nice. Look at Zelos. Oh my goodness!
Oh,
He's like, yo,
he's-
Lau, thought it was clear, buddy.
He's
Well, Lau pushed out on the other side of the smoke, so they completely avoided each other into a 3-on-3. Party B and Zell, everyone actually retaking from middle on the CT side. This is going to be an interesting one.
Are they going to clear Lowell? Is what I want to know. And wow,
Yes.
Freddy actually does. And they do have an op.
Wow.
And they've got 2 smokes as well. Now, Tapson is at long, but they might anticipate him being here. The thing is that they have... Oh, that was the op. Okay.
Oh man, Freddy B turns to fight someone else. The flash lands right in front of his face. Tasson's very, very low. He's going to throw down this Molotov, and Draken will actually just lose out. Surprised he doesn't hit at least one shot there.
I think he
But didn't
ran
see
out
it
of
from his
time.
perspective.
I think he ultimately just ran out of time to try to defuse the bomb. And now Penta have 14 rounds. Epsilon, after that eco, kind of have to try to bounce back here. This time we'll pick up a second op, so 1 at A, 1 at B. I think this will allow them to play 2-3 comfortably and have at least an extra person at B which they don't have. This means that Penta might find a weakness and drop if they were to spot these ops before actually taking any damage. Neutralizing Doppelin would be enormous here. I mean, if they just peeked him low right now, he would just get destroyed, but in a certain amount of time, you just gotta fall off, and has already taken 75 damage, which is huge. Thankfully for him, he has an op.
Tasson with the flash in for his boys. Blinding him Zelos a little bit. Oh, Zelos lands a money nade. About a... I don't know if I do a map. Call it about a hundo. I think it's like 90 damage actually, but... It's about 100 anyways. So am I really wrong? They're still creeping up onto A. 2 people at long here for Epsilon. There's actually no long presence from Penta on this take, but it doesn't matter. Lau and Tassa dealing with that. Molotov up over to balcony. They're lighting Juliet on fire.
Superior T side right now for Penta, looking really good. Surprisingly enough, I thought their T side was like a little bit one-dimensional, and Epsilon wasn't able to exploit it. But at the same time, you could look at it as like, well, Epsilon's not exploiting it, so why not try it? Why not just do the same thing over and over again? But because of Epsilon's performance on Dust 2, I assume they'd be able to, just have the freedom to hit shots, play really well on CT side. But it hasn't happened. Penta been able to work both sides of the map very efficiently. Their entries and walk-ups have been fairly strong. And they're also picking the right sites at the right times to try to take advantage of. And that's no one to be able to save a gun on Epsilon. So now they've got 2,500, between 25 and 2,900 from this round to try to buy up, and 4 rounds to bring this to OT. Seems unlikely.
Yeah, you can definitely tell it's Penta's pick on this map, especially seeing their T side. It seems a lot more comfortable. They know what they're doing, as opposed to Epsilon, who were kind of just banking on getting out there, getting aggressive, hitting some entries, and it ended up working a little bit later in the half. But even Penta's CT side was pretty good. And then the third map will be Mirage, which should be interesting if we do actually get there.
We'll see Boost Sports in full effect.
Yeah, Penta did upset Flipside yesterday on Mirage. And
Destroy
if they win
the
here,
team, potential.
yeah, seriously, it might have destroyed the team. Rumors circulating that Bondic has left.
I don't think it's a rumor.
Oh yeah, I didn't know.
Vladislav.
Yeah, it was Vladislava.
Heard on Twitter that Bondic did leave, so that's pretty huge. Bondic was probably becoming the best player on that team.
Yeah, I mean, I thought so, but actually his recent performances online, he's been like one of the worst. But that's maybe just because he wasn't feeling great and wanted to leave the team, wanted that trade, you know? Like NBA 2K14 story mode, like, I'm not feeling very comfortable on this team, like, I'd like to request a trade. I love that story mode, it was so funny. Delos. Easy 1v4 with the Mag 7, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go to Mirage. That's going to be map 3. Penta should be good on it again, the upset of Flipside. I'll have to check on Epsilon's recent results as we head into the third map. So it makes me want to say that it's going to be Penta's series overall. I would have predicted Penta. Actually, I predicted Penta 2-0. I mean, I even predicted Penta 3-0.
3-0,
if they were going to play out the whole series. So I'm very surprised that Dust 2 is so dominant, but Epsilon looked like absolute god among men on Dust 2. We'll see if the same can be said of Mirage, but you're watching CEVO-G Season 9 Pro League. I'm Helium, with me Launders. You'll see us in London pretty soon. We could talk about it now, Launders. The talent lineup has been announced. You'll see us, Metas, Jackie, CSGO, Dustin, Dust Murray, Moret, and Puckett and Thorin, and I think Richard Lewis was on there too.
Yeah.
But it should be sick. Another CS event for Puckett, so that'll be cool.
Awesome.
And it'll be in London. So watch that, follow this channel here, and stay tuned. Map 3 is coming up.